What's up, you guys? This is John Chacon with Awesome Performance Fitness, coming at you with another segment of the Coach's Corner. Today we're going to be looking at enhancing or increasing the effect of the hip flexor stretch that seems to be probably one of the most popular that we see in our gyms. You'll know it right away when you see it. If you haven't seen it before, then great. This will be a great lesson and maybe a new tool that you can put in your toolbox. So this is that stretch where we put ourselves into a lunge position. We drive our hips forward with our spine in a neutral position, and we reach up and over to increase that stretch in the front of our hips. For a lot of us who maybe if you sit most of the day at a desk and you're in that bent hip position where you're basically seated position, if you will, the front of your hips get very tight, and it decreases your ability to fully extend your hips, maybe like at the top of a deadlift, or maybe in a lunge, that back leg might have a really hard time getting that fully extended hip position. It can also hinder running and sprinting performance, jumping performance, a number of things. So I'm going to show you guys what the original one looks like, and I'm going to show you a really simple way that you can increase the stretch. And this is something you don't have to do if it's uncomfortable for you, or it doesn't work out for you, or you don't have access to a resistance band. No problem. You can still make this stretch effective. So go ahead and check it out. Okay, so I have this band set up, attached to a nice, stable, upright post here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys what the original hip flexor stretch looks like. I'm going to place one foot in front, one leg behind. My legs are at about a 90-degree position. What I'm going to do from the side is I'm going to maintain a neutral spine, not leaning back, not leaning forward, neutral spine. I'm going to drive my hips forward until I start to feel a stretch towards the front of my hip, and this is right around where those hip flexors are. From here, I'm going to reach up and over or behind my head with my arm, extending all the tissue that runs all the way up towards my shoulders and chest, down through the hip, because everything connects, driving those hips forward, okay? Now, there is a way to increase this or improve this. What this is called is a distraction. I'm going to use this band to distract my femur or my upper leg bone in a more optimal position within my hip to help me actually get some more benefit from that stretch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my foot through the band. I'm going to raise this band up as high as I can, as high up on the butt as possible. Okay. For some, that might just be that area right where your butt meets your hamstring. For others, try to get it up a little higher. From here, I'm going to take this same position that I have been taking. Again, stabilize yourself at that 90-degree angle on that front foot. Make sure that foot is planted firmly. What I'm going to do, while maintaining a neutral spine, I'm going to let my hips come forward. But what I'm not going to do is lean back. I'm going to let it pull me forward, and I'm going to squeeze my glute. When you squeeze the glute, which is responsible for extending the hip, that very thing we're trying to increase, when you squeeze it, what's happening is you're allowing some of those tissues in the front of your leg or the front of your hip to loosen up a little bit. That's going to allow you to get deeper and deeper in that position. You can see, you might be able to see it if you can contract, relax, contract, and relax, okay? Letting yourself sink deeper and deeper in there, okay? Very simple. Probably spend about anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds in that position, finding what works for you, okay? Just a quick addition or enhancement to our normal hip flexor stretch. Just a real quick note on the hip flexor stretch. Make sure, guys, that you're not just throwing those hips forward and bending your back backwards. That can cause some more problems in the long run. Try to keep that flat, the spine neutral and straight, okay? So that's all I got for you guys today. This has been John Chacon with Awesome Performance Fitness. Stronger every day. Peace.